In the unforgiving cold of the Nordic winter, a sinister secret takes root in the heart of a young woman. Our protagonist, a lone figure in the vast icy wilderness, carries a burden heavier than the snow-laden branches of the ancient pines surrounding her humble abode. A life blossoms within her, a cruel reminder of the traumatic violation she suffered at the hands of an unknown man. Her isolation is both a sanctuary and a prison, the silence amplifying the solemn beat of her heart and the tiny echo within. The dread realization of her pregnancy kindles a flame of despair that casts long, terrifying shadows on her already bleak existence. Haunted by the circumstances of conception, she makes a harrowing decision. Driven by fear, fueled by desperation, she ends the pregnancy herself. The act, done in the eerie quiet of her secluded cabin, is as chilling as the winter wind howling outside her window, echoing her silent screams. In her desperate act, she unknowingly sows the seed of a chilling horror. From the ashes of a life not lived rises a vengeful spirit, the Myling. In the chilling silence of the Nordic nights, a transformation most unholy occurs. The unborn child, denied its right to life, morphs into an entity of pure spite. A Myling, this spectral child, unseen but felt, begins to weave an intricate tapestry of terror around the mother's existence. The spectral cries of the Myling, as unsettling as the howling wind, echo through the desolate landscape, a haunting reminder of the life not lived. Each wail, each whisper, is a chilling testament to the torment of its untimely demise. The Myling's influence grows, its presence pervading every corner of the young woman's life. Its icy touch, a physical manifestation of its wrath, is a constant reminder of the bond that ties them together. This spectral child, born of sorrow and despair, seeks not comfort but vengeance. Bound to the living, the Myling yearns for one thing: revenge. As the Myling's wrath takes hold, the young woman's life becomes a living nightmare. Each day she's haunted by visions of her unborn child, a spectral form with hollow eyes, crying out for the life it was denied. The air around her chills, her breath visible in the comfort of her own home. An unseen force tugs at her, pulling her towards the remnants of her unborn child. Her nights are even worse, filled with terrifying dreams of drowning in a sea of blood, her cries drowned out by the howling wind. She wakes up gasping, her heart pounding in her chest, the echo of a ghostly wail lingering in her ears. Her fear escalates into desperation. She can feel the Myling's grip tightening, its icy tendrils wrapping around her soul. Each day she grows weaker, more frantic, as she battles the invisible terror that has latched onto her very being. In her despair, she realizes that only by laying the Myling to rest can she hope to reclaim her life. In the hallowed silence of a graveyard, the young woman makes her last stand. With a resolve forged from fear and desperation, she trudges through the snow-blanketed cemetery. The wind howls, weaving its icy fingers through her hair, but she presses on. Each step is a testament to her determination, a silent prayer for the redemption of her unborn child's restless spirit. In her hands, she cradles the remains, the physical remnants of a life that was not meant to be. She finds a spot, sheltered under the skeletal canopy of a towering oak. The ground is hard, frozen, but she digs, her fingers numb with cold. The grave is shallow, but it will suffice. Carefully, she places the remains into the earth and covers them with the frost-kissed soil. She kneels, her knees sinking into the snow, her breath misting in the frigid air. Her voice trembles as she begins her confession, her words carried away by the wind. She speaks of the pain, the violation, the desperate act that gave birth to a Myling. She speaks of her guilt, her sorrow, her longing for forgiveness. She begs for understanding, for mercy, for the soul of her unborn child to find peace. The wind dies down, the trees stand still, the night holds its breath. She waits, her heart pounding in her chest, her breath hitching in her throat. The tension is a living thing, a palpable force that threatens to suffocate her. But then she feels it, a softening in the air, a lifting of the oppressive dread that has haunted her. The Myling has heard her, has understood, has accepted her plea. With a heartfelt sigh, she feels the weight of the vengeful spirit lift. The world around her seems to exhale in relief. The wind picks up again, but it's gentler now, less biting. In the cold Nordic night, under the watchful eyes of 1,000 stars, she finally lays her unborn child's spirit to rest.